A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Mark. Jesus and his disciples came to the other side of the sea, to the territory of Gerasenes. When he got out of the boat, at once a man from the tombs who had an unclean spirit met him. The man had been dwelling among the tombs, and no one could restrain him any longer, even with a chain. In fact, he had frequently been bound with shackles and chains, but the chains had been pulled apart by him and the shackles smashed, and no one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and on the hillsides, he was always crying out and bruising himself with stones. Catching sight of Jesus from a distance, he ran up and prostrated himself before him, crying out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, the Son of the Most High God? I adjure you by God, do not torment me." He had been saying to him, "Unclean spirit, come out of the man." He asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "Legion is my name. There are many of us." And he pleaded earnestly with him not to drive them away from that territory. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there on the hillside, and they pleaded with him, "Send us into the swine, let us enter them." And he let them, and the unclean spirits came out and entered the swine. The herd of about 2,000 rushed down a steep bank into the sea, where they were drowned. As he was getting into the boat, the man who had been possessed pleaded to remain with him, but he would not permit him, but told him instead, "Go home to your family and announce to them all that the Lord in his pity has done for you." Then the man went off and began to proclaim in the Decapolis what Jesus had done for him, and all were amazed. The Gospel of the Lord. They began to beg him to leave their district. The people of the town where Jesus performed the exorcism of the demoniac appeared to be ingrates. Now that the demoniac who has grown to be uncontrollable and has spread fear among them is finally subdued, they have the guts to beg Jesus to leave their town after all he has done. The reason for this stems from the fact that the main source of livelihood of that town, being a Gentile territory, is raising swine. Jesus' act of exorcism gave way for the unclean spirits to enter the pigs and jump off the cliff, thereby arousing the people's fear that Jesus' stay in their town would further endanger their livelihood. It is said that some people could not live their faith fully because of fear of losing their livelihood.